Hi people, how y'all doing? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. It's Sandra here. I'm back again with another video from Kirk, and this is between him and an anti-white maxed Antifa. So this is gonna be my first time getting into this, but definitely my first time getting into Kirk, and you guys know how we do it, okay? So without no further ado, people, let's hop right into the video.
Nice to meet you, Charlie. I'm a big fan. I think you're a very beautiful man. I admire you physically, but no homo. I did have a question. Something I don't find very interesting about you, something I find kind of repulsive, is that I believe you said that the Civil Rights Act was bad and that we shouldn't have that.
Okay, well...
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't like you as much as Charlie, though.
First of all, what's your name?
Sorry. I don't want to be, like, filmed and stuff.
Too late.
I'm anonymous, number one. Anonymous guy.
Okay. Well, hello. Nice to meet you, anonymous guy.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, too.
Yeah, I believe in part of the essence of the Civil Rights Act went way too far, way too wide.
Oh, how did it go too far?
Well, for example, it created an entire civil rights leviathan that gave us affirmative action.
Civil rights leviathan? What do you mean?
Yeah, so if you can let me finish three words in.
People, I keep on saying this in every video. It's how we always get into these videos, and it's like there's never an end to how much of a clown these people can be. I mean, they keep on being weird and absurd as it goes, because why are you coming here to stand against the Civil Rights Act, but you don't even have enough courage to show your face or to say your name? So he's trying to fight against something that he doesn't even want to personally represent. I mean, that's already cowardly of him, and I'm betting that he has no idea that he's being a coward in this instance.
Sorry.
It allowed the Department of Justice to go after people that have different skin color, aka white people, and prevent them from getting jobs in college admissions.
You have a job.
I'm sorry?
You have a job.
No, you're right, I do. Right, but just until Trump came around, until the Supreme Court decision, thanks to the Civil Rights Act, if you have white skin color, it's much harder to get into a college than if someone has black skin color. Much harder. You have to get higher test scores. It's a much harder pool, largely thanks to the precedent set by the Civil Rights Act. Not to mention all the trans stuff, and they use the Civil Rights Act to justify it.
Okay, I think I see where you're coming from. So you think that it's harder for white people because of black people, they could have lower tech scores again?
It's not what I think. It's the fact.
That's what you're saying. Okay. All right. Well, I guess what I would say too. I think perhaps you're familiar with the term equity, right? Where different people have different circumstances.
It's Marxism. I reject.
A prescient concept in this argument, because what you have to understand is that when you're born like O Block or something, like a very like a you don't know what O Block is? Oh. Well, if you're born there, if you're born in a very poor area like that, with like very low economic opportunity, very poor schools with very low ratings, where the average test score is much lower, when you're in that environment, you have the whole system up against you, right? So when you say in that kind of circumstance, when you're facing the whole, I guess, leviathan of systemic racism, so would you say that? Sorry, let me just finish it. When you say it's fair to, for example, lower the standard because knowing that their circumstances were like that, perhaps based on what they had, what was presented to them, they had the correct amount of merit to get into a school.
Okay, so are you a student here? I'm guessing you are.
Oh, yeah, I'm a student here.
Are you a pretty good student?
Oh, yeah, I would say I'm a good student. I have a pretty high GPA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give your GPA to her because she's a woman of color, please?
Oh, well, you want me to give you a... Well, I mean, I can.
Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, sure.
You'd go. You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm fine. Wait, you mean like,
I want you...
Like tell her or like give it to her?
By force.
Like we're swapping it.
Let me tell you what I'm going to do. By force, white man.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to take your GPA. I'm going to give it to a woman of color.
Okay.
You're cool with that?
I mean, yeah, I can just work back up. Like,
no, there's no working back up.
I can pull myself up by my bootstraps.
No, there's no working back up.
What do you mean you can't work back up? That's the whole point of conservatism, isn't it?
I'm going to keep on taking it from you because that's equity. And you're cool with that.
What? But that's not
This is equity in practice.
Equity isn't taking. Equity is applying the equal standard.
If you give, how do you get? You must take, and then you give.
Wait, what do you mean?
That which is given must first be taken.
Well, what's being taken?
Well, in this case, grades from you to grades to her.
No one's taking my grades though. That's not what affirmative action is.
Hold on a second.
No one takes your grades.
Hold on a second. If you only have so many, you only have so many positions at University of South Florida to come in, right? There's a set number. Let's say it's 20,000 people, okay? And we're going to say we're going to lower the test standards so that somebody that's a woman of color can come in, and therefore it's harder for you. So it's a higher bar for you, lower bar for them. definitionally, that's a redistribution of test scores to somebody else, just by the definition. And you're okay with that?
Well, I guess I would ask then, if we were to do what you're doing, I guess that's what's happening under Trump, right?
Well, no, it's actually been happening the last 40 years.
Okay, actually, yeah, whatever. Okay, so when you say that, if you do that, then, well, black people aren't going to get into school, and then they won't be able to uplift themselves, they won't be able to have prosperous families, they won't be able to, equalize the economic status, because you need to give them a little jump start. You know what? You have a car, right?
How is that? Well, no, now I know who you are.
No, it's good.
But no, how has that worked the last 40 years? We've had robust affirmative action.
No.
We've had hiring practices. Has it made black America more successful?
I can answer that easily. It's because sorry. It's because sorry. What am I going for?
I don't know.
You're a funny guy. So what happened is, even after the Civil Rights Act, you know what I believe the term is massive resistance. It was a movement in after the Brown versus Board of Education in Virginia, where essentially the legislature, which was still white supremacist, which is still extremely racist, they decided that no, we're going to do everything that feasibly possible within our means to stop black people from going to white schools. You even see this in I believe it was the Little Rock Nine, right? Even after it was legalized at the state level, white supremacist mobs still mobilized to prevent it. So even if it de facto it's gone, de jure it still exists.
Let me ask you a very simple question.
Yeah.
A term you keep on throwing around.
Got you.
What is racism?
What is racism? Ooh, that's a very complicated question. But
no, it's not.
I mean, there's a simple answer, and then there's the highly theoretical answer.
Give me the simple.
The simple answer will essentially be because we have like different skin colors, that he's treated a different way than me. He has like a different upbringing than me.
No. But what is racism in practice?
It's discrimination.
Based on the color of the skin.
Based on the color of the skin, yeah.
Got it, thank you. So isn't it racist then to penalize white people to come into college or to get jobs based on the color of their skin?
Well, no.
Wouldn't that be racist? So you're arguing for a very racist policy, which is that we should actively discriminate against people based on the color of their skin, which is affirmative action and DEI in practice.
I just disagree with the premise that you can do like anti-white racism because
Wait, can you be racist against white people?
No, bro, I'm a cracker, bro. What the No, you can't be racist towards white. Bro, there's so many crackers here, bro. There's your clip, bro. There's your clip. Well, what are you gonna do political violence to me, bro? Like, why are you saying that to me? You're making me scared. Okay.
So let me tell you what we believe, because you tell us what you believe.
Okay.
Your worldview is indistinguishable from the KKK. That you want to organize the world based on skin color. We want to organize the world based on merit and character, based on how hard you work, what you bring to the table. I believe it's destructive and wrong to say that people are going to be organized or have their future set based on the color of their skin. I think it's tribalistic. I think it is divisive, and I think it hurts the excellence of a country. You asked a question, well, how are we going to help other communities? You know how you help other communities? Stop pandering to them and start treating them like individuals made in the image of God, not tribes to be organized for political purposes.
Okay, so do you think, like, when Trump is now he's president, now that racism is gone now because Trump is back and we're no longer pandering, right? Do you think that the conditions of black people, do you think O Block is going to become, like, a much nicer place? Do you think that these very down...
Well, see, that's an interesting thing.
Because that seems like contradictory to me, just on basic logic.
Well, actually, black Americans under Donald Trump in the first term saw the greatest economic renaissance that they saw since the 1950s.
Do you don't think that's due to
wage
Obama,
increases, lowest unemployment, revitalization, amazing investment in their communities, opportunity zones.
But that's when we had affirmative action, so wouldn't that be bad?
Well, again, we actually got rid of affirmative action now.
But
it's going to do
that was
even better.
now, but I'm talking about before.
Those are unrelated things, though, just to be perfectly clear.
They don't seem unrelated to me.
Well, affirmative action is...
addressing racism. They
affirmative action is, again...
So, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you are. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Affirmative action is largely federal government hiring practices and the adjacent institutions. I think that all communities will do even better when we stop living under the soft bigotry of low expectations. Inherent in your argument is that we have to pander to certain communities based on the color of their skin because they can't do as well as white people. I reject the premise. I think that we should try to say, I don't care about the color of your skin. I care about what you bring to the table. And stop pandering to people based on special criteria, points, and acceptance to college, saying that we're going to make
black only. Like they're not. White people are not allowed in.
no,
at
white
all.
people are not allowed.
White people. Yeah, that's why I said white people
exactly.
are not allowed.
Correct. We have black-only graduation ceremonies across the country.
Well, those are from well, I believe those are most likely like HBCUs, right?
No,
like
the University of Michigan has
Michigan
one,
has an
Yale
all-black
has
dormitory?
one, Harvard has one. So we're agreeing that that is wrong. That is the furthest extension of hyper race obsession. So you could choose one or the other. You can be race obsessed or merit obsessed. We as conservatives decide to be merit obsessed, to build a country based on how hard you work and what you're able to deliver.
Okay. Well, so wait here. Just I was
Final point?
Oh yeah, final point. Sure. Okay. Sure. This thing's a little close. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend your wonderful setup here. Yeah. So I guess I'll just restate my point that I don't believe you mentioned like all black dormitories, right? I mean, I don't really comment on that. I mean, I don't know if that's real. To me, that sounds fake, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here.
It's very real.
Okay. But I just think it's very irrelevant, kind of like aesthetic focus. Oh, well, because okay, I get
What's
it.
the
I get it.
difference?
The difference is, like, for example, if you want to go back to segregation, the all-white dormitory was nice as and the all-black one was So if that was brought back, okay, if we were to do an all-white dormitory and an all-black
I'm not recommending it. I think actually segregation is wrong and evil, and we're heading, until Donald Trump, we were heading in that direction.
But like, okay, I'll go back to, because I let it slip by, but you mentioned that like in the early years of the Donald Trump presidency, right, that the conditions for the employment and stuff were going up for black people. What I would say is the economy works slow. It works at like a time dilation for when a policy is initially enacted. So what I would probably assume, based on what you said to me, is that it was the Obama era policies that actually led to that, and not the Trump policies, because stuff like tax cuts for the rich doesn't really help.
In a year from now, we're going to have the greatest economy ever. They're going to say it's all Biden. It's all Biden.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. I personally think the economy is going to shit with what all Elon Musk is doing. But if that was to happen, I mean, I guess my whole worldview. But I'm pretty certain it's not going to happen.
What about Elon? What Elon's doing bothers you? Do you not want to see the government efficient?
The government is efficient. He's just firing everybody. Looks like he did to Twitter, bro. Y'all see what happened to Twitter, bro? It's racist as now. It's just a Nazi haven. It went from like a pretty accepting place to like what where like the average blue checkmark is saying Hail Hitler. Like Elon Musk himself has replied to like, he did the Nazi salute. Like, we're not gonna forget about that, are we?
No, he didn't.
What do you mean? Y'all didn't see that clip, bro? Y'all see when he did that?
All right.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, I just want to thank you for something.
You're welcome.
Well, I want to thank you.
Do I get?
Okay, so first off, I really do not want to comment on that individual's sexuality because he obviously seems to be very confused about it. Because what exactly does he mean by he is physically attracted to Charlie Kirk? But I mean, I found that quite hilarious. Because what exactly do you mean you are physically attracted to Charlie Kirk? So obviously he's not he doesn't really give him credit for his intellect, or they don't share similar ideas on views and stuff. But there's an admiration that is physical, but no homo. Okay, we get that. Now, I mean, I feel like this is an unending circle, and you know, if you've been watching previous videos of mine into Charlie Kirk, you know that we have been talking on DIYs, we've been talking on DIYs, we've been talking on DEI, we've been talking on affirmative action, we've been talking on merit-based position, and we've been talking about racial balancing and just how it affects the society and how it also affects the race bait that we're trying to avoid, and how it affects the whole racial world in general, because it's seeming like we're going back to square one, we're going back to where we're trying to get away from. It's like we're trying to fight something, but in a very wrong way, thereby we're going back to where we were, all in square one, and just an unending circle. And anyone who sees anything about Charlie's tweets or Charlie's opinion on certain things and chooses to read him being racist, I mean, that is their opinion, and they honestly are entitled to that. Now, I really give Charlie some credit. You know, I give him a whole lot of credit for being very patient, because, you know, they're very confused people who come on here, and there's some who are just very insultive and all of that. And one thing that is very consistent about Charlie is his composure and his zeal to want to educate these people and even just put them in a would I say, a more positive narrative to like the things that they believe in. But to be honest, there are just certain people who come on here and I just feel like this is not worth it. And I mean, I may be a bad person to say that having or trying to, reach an understanding with that young man wasn't worth it. Like nothing that happened, no interaction that happened was worth it whatsoever, because first off, he doesn't even seem to have an idea or a perspective of his own. He doesn't even seem to know what he's speaking about. I mean, everything about what was spoken on here, be it race baiting, be it DI, be it affirmative action, he has no idea, Pyro. But I'm gonna give it to him. He objecting to a black only university or a black only campus or a black only hostel. I'm gonna say that yes, that's something that I'm gonna give up. Like I'm gonna give him a thumbs up, because I mean there have been people who have come on here and say that they are not racially segregating any race, right? But they would appreciate to have a black only dormitory, and they don't think that they're racist as well because of they are people of color, right? So that's actually very twisted. So seeing that he and Charlie were right on there, like they were on track with that, and myself as well. I'm just like, okay, something good came out of this. But this whole interaction, he is just a clown. I feel like even if he is serious about what he came to argue on, I bet and I doubt it that he came there alone. I feel like he was sent by maybe some other of his friends who wanted to remain anonymous because they know that they were going to lose the argument, not because of they were against Charlie Kirk, but because they know that they really do not have concrete fact, they haven't gathered the right knowledge or whatever tools they need to fight for this cause or whatnot, right? But anyways, as I already said, I just feel like this whole interaction was, I mean, life could have gone on fine without this interaction, but I mean, it's what we have here, and I just want to say that I do admire Charlie Kirk's patience, and I pray every day that I just be blessed with that patience and the zeal to want to, educate and enlighten the world, be it the younger generation or the older generation, people of his generation, whatever it be. I mean, he's just up to the task. But anyways, we've come to the end of today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really hope you guys would share your thoughts and opinions with me down in the comment box. Please do share all that with me in the comment box, because I'm going to be there. And let's just put our heads together and just, dissect those issues, okay? So with this being said, people, let's keep on staying safe and healthy. So, bye.